We're going to talk to Stuart Masson, who's editor of The Car Expert, because we might have some good news for you if you're paying an awful lot of your car insurance at the moment. Jaguar Land Rover are going to slash drivers' insurance costs as it tries to battle a lot of fears over car theft. There's been a wave of luxury car thefts, and Stuart is the man to find out why this is all going on. Stuart, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Very well indeed. We were just talking about car thefts this morning because now that technology has kind of taken over, it's no longer a brick through the side window. It's now a sort of some kind of electronic gizmo that means you can just jump into the car, open it, set it on automatic, and off you go.
Yes, unfortunately, in the name of customer convenience over the last decade, car manufacturers have made it really, really easy for even pretty average bad guys to steal a new car.
Right. And I'm told
it's really not very helpful.
And I'm told a lot of these new cars. I read a piece, very interesting piece actually, about Russia, because the sanctions in Russia have meant that they can't import cars like Range Rovers and more expensive sort of Jaguars and that kind of thing. That a lot of these cars that are being stolen to order for Russia, and they're then being driven over there in some way, shape, or form, and paid and sold for quite a high price.
That's correct. I mean, this is not a really new thing. Having a right-hand drive Range Rover or similar luxury car in Russia has always been considered a badge of honor among the Russian criminal network, because it means it has been stolen to order for you rather than popping down your local dealer and actually buying one.
Right.
So it's a way of showing off to your criminal mates that you've had a car stolen.
Right.
But of course, in the last couple of years, as you said, massive sanctions. You can't buy a new car in Russia, a new Western car in Russia. So the amount of car theft of cars coming into Russia has been increasing massively, and there's no sign that that's going to go down. The demand is going to remain very, very high. So all we can do is take measures to try and make it harder for your car to end up over there.
Yeah, of course. And of course, as more and more thefts happen, more and more insurance costs are piled on. And so this new move by Jaguar Land Rover is basically going to offer anyone who buys a new car £150 a month towards their insurance costs for up to 3 years. That's quite a lot of money, isn't it?
It is. Now, there's temper that good news. The fact it is limited to anyone buying a new Range Rover or Range Rover Sport between now and September. So you're looking at a £100,000 car.
Right.
Only applies to brand new cars. So if you're looking at a used, you already own a Range Rover, or you're buying a used one, it doesn't help you so much. But Jaguar Land Rover has been forced to essentially start offering its own insurance because Range Rovers have become such a high target that many other insurance companies just won't touch them.
Really?
So yeah, they have their own insurance, which is helpful to all Range Rover owners. But this new offer of up to £150 a month for 3 years off your insurance company, off your insurance premium, only applies to their insurance and only on a new Range Rover or Range Rover Sport.
Right. And I mean, I guess there's no light at the end of the tunnel in terms of the insurance costs in general. They're just going to keep going up because they seem to have jumped incredibly highly. I mean, I think there was a story of one guy who was told they would need something like $24,000 a year to insure his car.
Yeah, most people are finding their insurance has gone up a lot over the last years.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, it's not going to keep going up. It should hopefully level out. And it is the case for lots of people. Now, some people, not so much. I've just had my quote come through for renewal. It's actually gone down by 40 quid.
Right.
But most people are finding that their insurance has gone up massively over the last year, and it's becoming a real problem. Yeah. And car theft is one of the big reasons for that.
Right. And I mean, just to be old-fashioned, I've seen an awful lot of people now putting the old-fashioned crook lock that you used to get on the steering wheel, which means that even if somebody can electronically, open your door and electronically start your engine, they can't actually drive away in the car.
That's correct. If you've got, particularly if you own a Range Rover, or you're thinking about buying one, or any other luxury car, it might be annoying and ugly, but you absolutely should consider buying a big steering wheel lock. You can get the ones that go through the steering wheel, ones that go all the way around the steering wheel.
Yeah.
It is the cheapest way to protect your car, because even if you are paying the insurance, there's a very good chance it's going to be stolen anyway, and then you've got to go through all the hassle of dealing with the police and waiting for a payout to eventually come through so that you can replace your car. Right. And then your premiums are going to be hit for the next 5 years anyway.
Incredible. And also, I mean, the other thing that I've seen as a trend happening now, and a couple of people have reported it, is people turning up and putting the car on the back of a truck. So that they're not actually driving it away, but they're moving it onto a sort of low loader and driving it off somewhere, and then working on sort of getting the tracker taken out, working on maybe putting a new steering wheel in if it's locked. There's an awfully lot of money in this, obviously.
Yeah, there is. Look, the demand is going to remain high. And most of these cars, if you wake up in the morning and notice your car's gone from your driveway, by the time you notice, there's a good chance it's in a shipping container,
Yeah.
And may already have even left the country. So
Right.
it doesn't take very long at all for it to be gone. So it happens very quickly. The thieves that are doing this are very organised. They know what they're looking for. They have the necessary equipment, which is frankly not very difficult or expensive to get hold of. And they are able to move these cars out of the country very, very quickly.
Yeah, it's an incredible story. Stuart, great to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. Stuart Masson, the editor of the Car Expert, car business of stealing cars. And of course, the police have got no interest if you report your car stolen to them because they're not really interested in trying to find it, even if it's got a tracker. But I'd be interested in hearing your stories about that. Are you one of those people? It might not be that you've got a Range Rover, because the number of cars by make stolen in 2023, the highest car stolen is a Ford Fiesta, followed by a Focus, followed by a Golf, followed by a Mercedes-Benz, and it's all the way down to Range Rover Sport in 5th place, I think, before you get to that.